Hey, happy Monday, everybody. I got some water here too. Thanks for joining us here today for the Tequila Hombre Q&A. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Question I asked right out of the box is, what do you guys have in your glass? So we have some answers. Roscoe's drinking on some water right now, but that's fine. So am I. I'm doing a review later, so I've sipping on some water. This is not a glass of tequila. Jorge's got some Espolón Extra Añejo. Very nice. The 5-year extra Añejo is a very nice sipper. I enjoy it myself. Got a few bottles up on the shelves. And Ramos D87's got Pasote Blanco. Love Pasote. Love everything that comes out of El Pandillo. Very good. Very solid tequila. Let me see what else we got here. What else? Whole Foods. It's all over the place. Okay. All right. So let you guys kind of know how this works. You ask questions, make comments. I respond to them. And if you have a certain topics you want to address, more than happy to address them for you guys. Also, if you want to help out the channel, support the channel, if you notice there's a $sign below the chat, you click on that and you will, you can pick up a super chat. And what that does is helps fund the channel, helps fund all the stuff that I do for the tequila world. But it also puts an emphasis on your question or statement. So you will get priority if you do a super chat with your comment or your question. And it also will remain on the chat screen for a while. And the more you donate, the longer it stays on the channel. Okay, so we have Illinois in the house. Looks like 1579. All right. Is that the Artenam Selección 1579? Or is he just saying what nom Pasote comes from? All right. Tequila Ocho Tropical. I like the tropical. You know, of the three, I really have been gravitating more towards the tropical, and I enjoy the flavors from it. I kind of get like a nice maple syrup finish on it, which I really enjoy. But I like the tropical a lot. It's good. The Transatlantic's also good, which is the cognac and the rum together, and the Continentals is good too. Yeah, I like them all. The tropical, it's an expression from the Ocho Añejo single barrel line. That they released 3 of them. They did the tropical, the continental, and the transatlantic. And the tropical is the Ocho Blanco rested in rum barrels. The continental, it's rested in cognac barrels, and the transatlantic, it's rested in cognac and rum together, both. So it's actually a really nice. All right, thoughts on Haha Tequila. I'm not a fan, honestly. I think the tequila itself is okay, but the person that owns it is kind of a sleazebag kind of guy. I don't particularly care for him, so I won't buy anything or endorse anything that supports that guy. I'm not going to say his name because it's kind of bad anyways, but not a fan of I just say leave it on the shelf as far as I'm concerned. El Tesoro Blanco, it's great. Thank you for great. Yeah, El Tesoro Blanco is great. I do love the whole line of El Tesoros. It is a solid line. You can't go wrong, and for what you can find it for, it's a really nice buy. I mean, we can get it here for like $34.95 for the Blanco and the Repo, which for me is a great price for it. It's definitely a higher quality tequila. Now, one thing too, for you guys that like the Repo, my group, the Tequila Barrel Collective, we're actually going to be doing a single barrel reposado just for the group. I'll be if you watch for the upcoming happy hour with the Hombre, I'll actually be doing the barrel selection live with Carlos Camarena. I'm going to try to arrange that, so that should be really cool. He's going to be coming on hopefully in a couple of weeks or so. Which tequilas do you think are great for margaritas? There's a lot of them that are great. I mean, mixers are fine. For my margaritas, I use El Tesoro Blanco. I mean, that's like my well tequila, just because it's a very nicely made, great tasting tequila, and I can get it for $34 a bottle. So I typically use El Tesoro as my well tequila, but there's a lot of blancos out there that are good for margaritas. If you watched the happy hour with the Hombre, where I had Julio Bermejo from Tommy's Mexican restaurant, the inventor of the Tommy's Margarita, on, he said he believes that using a good quality tequila in the margaritas just makes it a better drink, and I firmly agree with him on that. And so my well tequila is El Tesoro. Also, I joined the Barrel Collective, but I haven't got an email or anything. Should I be looking for? Not yet. No, you only get those when I send out updates. So when I do the updates, you'll get them. So I haven't sent one out probably in a week or so, but I'll be sending an update out here pretty soon. So keep your eyes out for it. And if you don't get it, normally I'll post in the Facebook group that I just sent an email out. And if you don't get it, let me know and we can check and see what is going on. For those of you just joining, welcome to the Q&A with the Hombre. I'm here to answer your questions, respond to your comments. If you want to help support the channel and some of the stuff that I do, since I don't make money on any of the buys we do for the Tequila Collective or anything, feel free to click on the $ below the chat, and you can initiate a super chat where you can donate a certain amount of money, and your comments and questions get priority, as well as they'll stay on the screen longer on the chat there on YouTube. And I will recognize you, and it helps support everything that I do here, since I do this for the love of tequila and to help you guys out. Okay, let's see. Have you tried Coralejo Añejo tequila? Yes, I have. I'm not a fan of the Coralejo line, period. It used to be really good, but for some reason it's kind of gone downhill. I don't know what they're doing out there, but it's not good anymore. I don't like it. The older bottles that I've had were quite good. The newer bottles, not so much. All right, what's this? What is your deathbed tequila? Well, if I'm on my deathbed, you think I'm going to be drinking tequila? I mean, I hope I would be, but I probably would be hooked up to machines and stuff and not able to drink tequila. But I think if I had to say I want one last tequila to savor and to enjoy, and somebody was going to shoot me or something, then I probably would go with the Cascanes Extra Añejo 100 proof single barrel. That Extra Añejo was phenomenal, and it sits on my shelf and it tempts me, but I don't want to drink it too fast because I don't want it to be gone. But if you're not in on that buy, check out the Tequila Barrel Collective for more details on it. Which El Tequilino do you like more, the Blanco or the Reposado? I like them both. I like the whole line. But of all of the ones, my favorite is actually the Reposado Rare, which is the one that's aged in Pipon barrels for 6 years. So it's really like an Extra Añejo, but because it's in a Pipon barrel, it's in a large barrel, they can only call it a Reposado. They can't call it an Añejo. In order for it to be called an Añejo, it has to be in a standard 223 liter barrel, a regular standard bourbon barrel or lower. It can't be in the larger barrels. You can only go up to Reposado in the larger barrels. How is 1921 for an expensive? It's fine. It's fine. 1921's fine. It used to be really good when it came out of NOM 1079, but under new NOM, it's okay. It's decent. It's not great. It's not something I say, yeah, run out and grab it. No, it's fine. So if you find it and want to try it, go ahead. It's definitely sippable and enjoyable, but it's not. I wouldn't rate it as a top one that I rant and rave about and say go out and get. All right, let's see. We got noticed on your videos you mentioned when the tequila looks clear with no floaties. Have you ever had floaties that wasn't cork? There's floaties in El Tequilino Blanco I bought. Yeah, the floaties is just what happens is like El Tequilino. There was an article written about it. They it's proteins and stuff that coagulate when it gets cold. If you're in a colder temperature area, when it gets cold, it's just proteins and stuff that coagulate inside the tequila. There's nothing wrong with it, with the floaties. He's been considering filtering it, but he doesn't. But he's been considering filtering it to kind of remove the possibility of that happening. There's been issues because they import to Canada, it gets cold up in Canada, and they've been having the floaties up there. So don't worry about it. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I wouldn't worry about it at all. El Tequilino is a solid brand. Tony Saez, who's the master distiller there, does a great job, and his tequilas are good. I highly recommend the whole line. Their new añejo just was released recently too, and I was supposed to get a bottle for review, but I think he might have forgotten about me. But I'll get a bottle of the añejo. But so far, everything he's done is great. And there is an older añejo. There's a 50th anniversary añejo that they did, and it comes in a little square bottle. And if you can find those, grab them because they are very good. But it was a limited edition. But I still see them around every once in a while all over the place. All right. Someone said El Tesoro may go through a pre-immunization with a price. Oh, have you heard anything? Yeah. They're going through a premiumization. Yeah. They're going through a premiumization. They are. And it was effective February 2nd. The prices are going up. So you will see their extra añejo going up. I believe the Paradiso is going up. And you'll see a slight increase across the line on some of the other stuff. I was able to get our barrel through before the price went up. So we'll be getting our single barrel Reposado at the old price. Yes, you're welcome. So don't worry. It'll be $10 more for the single barrel Reposados now on the new barrels. And on this one, I was able to save it. So we are getting it at the old price.
I love it when you save me money.
I love it too. All right, here we go. What do you think about Highlands versus Lowlands? Have you gotten the flavor difference from the agaves, or do you think it's more of a mental thing? No, there is a difference in the Highlands versus Lowlands. I have noticed a difference, and I do tend to prefer the Highland agave more than the Valle. We call them Altos and Valle because people get highly sensitive about saying Highlands and Lowlands. So they prefer, or you say Altos, Los Altos, which means the high, and the Valle, which means the valley. So I tend to prefer the Los Altos agave over the Valle agave, just because it tends to be more sweeter and has a fruitier flavor profile, where the Valle agave tend to be more earthier, more floral, and have more of a mineralness to them. So, which tequila do you think represents the styles best? Well, for Valle, it's Fortaleza. Fortaleza is like a really good Valle. My favorite Valle Blanco is Cascanas Blanco. It is amazing. But for, that runs around $80 to $90 and it's high proof. For a regular proof Blanco, Fortaleza is a very good representation of a lowland, the Valle agave. For the Los Altos, El Tesoro, people were asking about El Tesoro. That's a really nice Los Altos tequila. Anything from El Pandillo as well. So Pasote, G4, Volens, Toralta. Those are all really good Highland agave tequilas as well. There's a bunch from anything from the Camorenas, the ones that do Maracame as well. That's all Highland. If you've tried Lalo Blanco, that's Highland. I mean, there's a bunch that are Highland, and there's a bunch that are Valle as well. So it's personal preference. Just try them and see which ones you like. All right, what's behind the El Tesoro or any premiumization price hike? Will the tequila be made differently in any way? No, I don't think they're going to make it differently. They're making it the same. It's been low priced for such a long time that Beam Suntory, thinks that since it is a premium brand, it should be worth more. And I enjoy the low prices. So, but they're in the business to make money, so they're going to increase the price somewhat, I guess. But it's mostly going to be for the extra añejo and for the Paradiso, because the extra añejo at $99 is a good price. It's a really good price. It's because it is a very good extra añejo, and Paradiso. You can normally find that around here for like $119. So it's probably going to go up $10 or so, $15. I don't know. But I actually, I can tell you because I got a thing from their rep who told me what's going to happen. Let me see if I have that information here really quick, and I'll look it up on the fly for you guys to see what she told me, because she did say they're doing a price increase. Let me see. All right, so I know it starts February 2nd was the date. So what's that, today? Today, right? February, yes, tomorrow. Tomorrow is the date. Let me see. Well, I do know that it's going up to $65 for the single barrel Repo. I'm not sure if it's going to affect the Blanco, the Repo, or the Añejo that much. I think it's more for the extra Añejo and the Paradiso. So if it does affect the Blanco and the Repo, it probably won't be that much. What's your opinion on Chinaco? Chinaco's good. It used to be really good when Herman Gonzalez was making it, who's the same gentleman that makes Tierras de Llorona and T1. Both of them are really good tequilas. He's a very good master distiller, but it's not as good as it was when Herman makes it. But Chinaco is fine. They do it right, and it's a good tequila. It's not one of my favorites, not fantastic, but it's definitely sippable and drinkable. So if you are thinking about Chinaco, grab it. It's good. All right. Have you tried El Padrino? Total Wine pushes it hard. It's cheap. $25 for the Blanc. Yeah, I've had El Padrino, and between us, okay, it was one of the first tequilas I poured down the drain. Their extra añejo was horrible. I couldn't drink it. It was undrinkable. Yeah, it's because they get it really cheap, so they have good margins on it, so they make the most money from it. And it's kind of it's not really their house brand, but it's kind of like their house brand because they buy so much of it. We always tell people in my Tequila Talk group on Facebook, if you walk into Total Wine, don't listen to the Total Wine sales reps, because they're always going to try to push that because Total Wine tells them to push it. But there's so many other better options on the shelf there. Steer clear from the El Padrino trap and don't mess with it. All right, what is your opinion of Herencia Mexicana? Have you tried it? Yes, I have tried it, and I like it. I like Herencia Mexicana. It's $15.80. It's the same as that used to make $10.79, and I like it. I've had it several times, and sometimes there's a couple restaurants that I go to that carry it, and I will sip on that, and it's good. I like their Blanco. I like all of their whole line. It's solid. $15.80 makes some good stuff. They're not bad at all. So anything out of $15.80, especially if you can find the old Oro Azules, the 1079s or the 1580s, those are solid. I love that brand. Their añejo is like, I always stock up on it when I do find places that have it because it's not being made anymore. So I do like anything out of 1580. Excuse me. All right. So remember, if you guys have a question or a comment you want to make, if you press the $sign below on the chat, you can donate some money to help support the channel and initiate a super chat where your question or comment will remain on the screen longer, and it helps support the channel and all the stuff that I do for the tequila world. And it's much appreciated, especially in these COVID times. So, all right, any more questions or anything, or should we just start talking? Oh, here we go. All right, are there any main reasons between the vast price differences? You said Paradiso was around 120 by you. It's 100 by me. No, it's taxes, state taxes. The Paradiso is 100 by you. Grab it. Seriously, grab it. If you can find it for 100, grab it. It's normally 119 around here. Normally it's around 130 to $150, but a lot of it has to do with taxes and with state taxes. California here, that we have fairly decent state taxes, so we get tequilas and stuff for pretty inexpensive. And the fact too that it doesn't have to truck across the country to get here. But yeah, if you can find it for $99, stock up on it because it's going to be going up. So and Paradiso is great. Naming reasons. Was this with? Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. So Questions, comments? We got lots of stuff we can talk about. You just come up with a topic. I'm here to help you guys. I know we've been talking about the premiumization of El Tesoro, which I wouldn't worry too much about it. I don't think it's going to go up very much. They're just doing they haven't done a price increase in a while, so don't worry about it. Do you do anything to your bottles that you think are going to sit? No, I don't. Because they're not going to sit that long. If they're going to sit for more than 3, 4 years, 5 years, I do put some argon gas in them and wrap them with paraffin wax to seal them up, but only if it's going to be 3, 4, 5 years before I touch it, which these don't last that long. I normally don't let a bottle sit that long after I open it. So I wouldn't do that. I don't do it. I don't worry about it. Is there anything you'd recommend in Southern California where I can sample multiple tequilas? Yeah. You can go to a restaurant and check them out. One good place to go here in Southern California, if you're near Costa Mesa, there is a restaurant right close to High Times Cellars. I'm drawing a blank on the name right now. But it's right on Newport Boulevard there. What's the name of it? There's a couple of bars around. If you're up in the South Bay, Los Angeles area, Madres is good if they're open for outdoor service. They have a nice bar. There's a whole lot of restaurants right now that are closed because of COVID-19 here in Southern California. So, but you can still sit outside on some places and order tequilas from the bar. So all of them are Madre's really good, and then it's L something. I'm drawing a blank on it, but it's right around the corner from High Times on Newport Boulevard. Okay. Hornitos Añejo is inexpensive. Go or no go? No go on anything Hornitos. It's diffused. It's made with a big machine. So no go on Hornitos. No go on anything Salsa. No go on Cuervo. No go on any of that stuff that you see in your grocery store and stuff. Altos is one that you would want to look at if you're looking at the grocery store or something. Or Espolón is decent as well. Those are fine. What is your wife's favorite? My wife doesn't drink tequila, so her favorite tequila is Chardonnay. So there you go. I'm a solo act here in this house with tequila. So some folks, including yourself, swear by the DNL agave glass. Others say it's way too expensive. Yeah, that's true. With the experience that I get from he's talking about the Denver and Liley glass, it's all about what your preferences are. Some people think $40 is too much for glass, but they'll spend $50 buying 5 different glasses that they end up not really liking and sitting on the shelf. I say just quit shopping and just pick this one up, because really there is a huge difference. I have all the glasses. They're all like a shelf full of glasses up here. I've tried them all. And Denver and Liley, after I tried this one, I'm spending $100 on a bottle of tequila. I want it to taste like a $100 bottle of tequila, and you'll get more out of it with this glass. It's a one-time investment of $40. I recommend it. I don't make any money on the sales of these or anything. I don't have any affiliation with them or anything. I just found the glass. I like it. I like to tell everybody about it. So buy it, great. Don't, fine. Drink whatever you want to drink out of a wine glass for all I care. But if you want the best possible experience out of your glass, and I know people in my Tequila Talk group that have ordered it and tried it will also tell you the same thing. It is the best glass there is for doing agave spirits. All right. Wade's Wines in Westlake Village has free samples. Okay, there you go. You can go Wade's Wines, and I'm sure they're not pouring the good stuff, though. If they are, then good for them. Everybody head over to Wade's Wines and try out the good stuff. But chances are when they're pouring free samples, it's not the good stuff. Normally, it's the cheaper stuff. Have you tried? Yeah, I responded to this earlier. Yeah, I have tried it. It's okay, but I won't buy it because the guy that owns it's a jerk, and I've had better tequila, and it's not worth the money. So I say a big pass on the haha line. There's so many other different options out there that are better that you can get for around the same price or less. So I recommend doing those and just leaving haha alone. Do you know of a good tequila store in Cabo San Lucas? Yeah, actually, Tequila Town is good. Mauricio owns it, or not Mauricio. I'm trying to blank on names right now. Yeah, I know the owner of it. Was it Mauricio? No, what's his name? Yeah, Mauricio Pons. That's it. Mauricio Pons owns it. He's a great guy. He knows his tequila. It's a good store in Cabo. There's one in the harbor, so you can actually just go to the harbor and see it there. Tequila Town. It's good. There's another boutique tequila. It's called Tequila Boutique or something like that. That's there. They're good too. They try to push the sugary stuff, so just don't let them push the additive stuff to you, the tourist stuff. Look for the good stuff and see what they got, and negotiate on the price. They'll negotiate. Love the Denver. Yeah, there you go. Bonnie, I love it too. It's my favorite go-to glass. I don't know why people want to fight me on spending $40 on a good glass. It doesn't seem right. If you're spending $60 to $80 to $100 something on a bottle of tequila. What's the best place to pick up online? Cascaween, Tahona. It's pricey. There's a lot of places to pick it up. Remedy Liquor is one I recommend. They're really good. They have really good pricing on stuff. So check out Remedy. Other than that, just Google Cascaween Tahona and see what you can find on pricing. Yeah, you can shop around for it. That's all I recommend. Are you going to review the Vigenta Repo? They have the Añejo coming out in the summer. Yes, I do plan on doing a review of the Vigenta Repo. It's coming, so I'll do a review of that once I get it in. I love the Blanco. The Blanco's good. I found G4 Añejo for $60. Is that a good price? Yeah, that's a good price. Yeah, $60 for the Añejo is a good price. Pick it up. Definitely. Do you have any recommendations for anyone in my situation where you can only order through distributors or direct from the manufacturer and not Old Town? The selection here is sparse in Connecticut. You can only own through distributor or direct from the manufacturer. Is that because you're a retail or a retail organization? Is that why? If so, then contact all your distributors and see what they have and pick good stuff. I mean, that's basically all you can do. The only reason I can see for that is buying it from distributors or direct is because you're selling at retail. I received a Denver Lightly glass as a gift, and it's not only great for sniffing, but designed better than any other. I believe so too. Yeah, I believe so. I totally agree with you, Eric. You guys don't forget to click the $ below if you want to support the channel. Do a super chat. Your comments and your questions will remain on the screen longer, and then it also helps to support my channel. So don't be afraid to do that. Click on the $ below the chat and pick up a super chat to support the channel. It's much appreciated. Can you explain why a good glass is so important? Is it to better smell the nose? No, it's to better smell the nose and to pick up more flavors. It allows the spirit to open up more with the bulb thing here, so it allows it to express itself more. And then with the wider mouth, it allows it to make it so you're not getting pure ethanol going up into your nostrils for the nose, so you can detect more. It's just the way it's designed. They spent 2 years designing this glass and testing it before they came up with the final edition of it. And it was 2 years well used. And they actually have a video out where they're sitting with mezcaleros, and they're as well as Guillermo Souza is on it, tequila, and the Orandanes are there as well, where they're using the glass and tasting it, and I'm sure giving them feedback on it. So they had tequila people giving them feedback and mezcal people giving them feedback, and they came up with the final design, and I think they nailed it. It's great. Everyone wants to know about the Denver Lightly agave glass. Designed better for swirling and watching the tears and legs. That it is, but it's also designed more for expressing itself in the nose, on the aromas, and as well as the flavors. Avion seems to be moving up in the tequila world. What do you think of their products? I don't like their products. I've never liked their products, and I don't think they're really moving up in the tequila world. They are made out of Producto Fino up in the Highlands, and I find their tequila to be harsh. I find the Avion 44 to be over oaked and harsh. It might be good for bourbon drinkers, if you're just coming into tequila and you want something along the bourbon lines. But as far as being a really good tequila where you're picking up the agave and all the subtle notes and stuff of agave, I don't agree with with them moving up or being good. So I would say no. It's a big pass for me on Avion. Some people like it. I think the Blanco and the Repo are like very acetone. So I won't touch them. JB, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. I love sitting here doing the Q&As for you guys. And I do super appreciate you doing the super chat, dude. Thank you so much. Every little bit helps. Okay, Don, what do you think of the neat glass? Similar shape to D&L without the base. A pair of cost $20. People look, PayPal, whatever, look, US shipping. Neat glass isn't as good. It's great for bourbon and stuff, but it's not as good as the agave glass. It's not similar. It's got a wider opening to it. I miss a bunch of stuff when I tried the neat glass. I like the Denver and Liley better than the neat. So my neat sits on the shelf. All right. So there you go. The Denver and Liley glass is, it's great. And you can actually get it for less than $40 if you can find some stores, some retailers that sell it. I know if you're in California here, or actually you can order it anywhere. If you look at K&L Wines, look them up, Google them. They sell them for like $33 or something. So you can actually get it for a little less expensive. And this is hand blown. It's crystal. It's hand sanded. Everything's handmade on this. That's why when they go out of stock, it takes a while for them to get them in. They're not just cranking them out on a machine like other glasses. And it's lead-free crystal. So it's really well made. It's a solid glass, beautiful glass, and it really does bring out the beautifulness in the tequila when you're tasting them. I noticed a huge difference right off the bat. My favorite was the Jarrito, the Stazel Jarrito before, but now this has become my favorite. Hey, thank you, Abel, for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You're drinking the, oh, nice. Oh, nice. Salute, my friend. The 108 High Proof Blanco is amazing, and so glad you're enjoying that. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it, amigo. And well, thank you. And I'm glad you're enjoying the 108. It's my favorite #1 High Proof Blanco. You guys, if you want a treat and you want to try a High Proof Blanco that will blow your mind, pick up the G4 108 Proof Blanco. If you didn't already buy it during the special buy I did for the Tequila Barrel Collective. Shout out to K&L Wines. Their customer service was phenomenal. I had a mistake in my order and they took, yes, K&L does great. They're great. I love K&L. And if I can buy from K&L, I will, because literally they're shipping free here in California. They do it overnight. So I place an order, it gets shipped the next day, and then I get it the next day. So I get everything really quick. And their customer service is amazing. They do a really good job. Unfortunately, they don't ship to too many states, so you have to be careful. Especially alcohol, they won't, but they will ship glasses all over. I've had other people from other states order the glasses. Have you ever heard of El Padrino? Bevmo seems to praise it a lot, but I have my doubts about it. Yeah, El Padrino is from Total Wine. I don't think you find it at Bevmo, but I just answered this earlier. El Padrino was the first tequila I ever poured down the drain because I just couldn't drink it. Their extra añejo was horrible. I didn't like it at all. And I say when you go to Total Wine and they tell you, oh, you should try the El Padrino, you should tell them to do something else, like maybe you guys don't know what you're talking about, go to, and that's it. I would say.
No, you don't know what you're talking about. You're not going to get me to buy El Padrino.
And there, just leave it as that. Hey, Jason, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, dude. I appreciate it. Hey, thank you for all the great. I'm here to help anytime. You guys know that, and I do appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, next. Have you heard of maybe okay. That's one I just did. All right, JB Kano says they're down to 12 states. They can show. Oh, nice. Very disappointing. I want to buy from them. Yeah, they went down to just California for a while, where they weren't shipping outside of California during the COVID crisis. But I'm glad that they're open to 12 states now. That's great. So if you're in a state where they can ship to, order from them. I like them. I like them a lot. I don't like ordering from Old Town that much. I know a lot of people do, but I've had issues with Old Town. So I don't like ordering from Old Town. I'd rather order from Remedy or from K&L. And I'm actually working on a partnership with a retailer, and I'm hoping to have something set up with them soon where we'll have good pricing, good shipping and stuff, and be able to have things set up for good agave that you can order, that it can be shipped nationwide for those that are in places that can't get nationwide shipping. So I'm working on something. I hope to announce it here soon, so we'll kind of get things hammered out. But once I do, you guys will be the first to know, okay? I, too, am greatly enjoying the G408 proof. What are other high-proof Blancos to compare and contrast with G4? Well, the Calle 23 Criollo is really good. I like that one a lot as well. Terralta 110 proof Blanco is very good. Look for that one. The Fortaleza Still Strength. That's my favorite of the Fortaleza line. I like Fortaleza, but I'm not a huge fan, but I do like their Still Strength. It's my favorite of their line. So I do recommend that as well. The Don Fulano Fuerte is good. The Pura Sangre Fuerte is good. Both of those high proof. I found the Pura Sangre. I said it in my video, which it's ridiculous, but I found the Pura Sangre here for $39.99, which is ridiculous price for a really good high proof Blanco. So if you guys can find it, check it out. The Pura Sangre Fuerte, I think it's called, is really good. It's what is it, 45%, I think. So I think it's 90 proof Blanco. It's good. So there's a lot of really good high proof Blancos, and I tend to lead more towards the high proofs than the standards, just because so much more flavor. But I will drink the 40% when I don't want to get buzzed or drunk, and I want to drink for a while, because the high proofs, you will get tanked pretty quick, as you probably saw from my single barrel Ocho Añejo video, where I did all three of them in one video. Where do you see the recent fad of Cristalinos going? Personally, I think they're gimmick, and that's just my opinion. I won't hate on people who like them, though. Drink what you want. Yeah, until people get educated on what exactly they are, I don't see them going anywhere. I still think people are going to drink them. And, for me, it's a gimmick. Is a marketing gimmick. And even, when they talked about why they made it in the first place, and they said it's because people in Mexico wanted something that they could bring that looked luxurious and looked special, and so having it be crystal clear but taste like an añejo or extra añejo was something that, they were targeting towards this. So originally this was targeted towards Mexico market, not the US, but they decided to launch in the US market. And for people that don't like overpowering, or not overpowering, but just stronger flavorings from their añejos or extra añejos, can get subtle flavors from it, because most of the flavors are stripped out when they take the color out. And they do, we use additives too to make it taste even more, which they can in Cristalino. So I just say leave them alone. If it's supposed to be aged, it's supposed to be brown, drink it brown. It's like, Crystal Pepsi, Zima beer. Come on, beer's supposed to be gold colored, and Pepsi's got to be brown. It's like, you don't want it clear Pepsi. All right, Terralta was earthy to me. Mushroom. Interesting. No, Terralta's very mineral for me. It's got strong mineralness to it, bite, but I also pick up a lot of fruit and stuff on it because of the Highland agave. So I didn't get mushroom or earthy mushroom from it at all. I get more earthy from Fortaleza and from stuff down in the Valle than I do get pepper on Terralta. Terralta's got a lot of pepperness to it. What is your opinion of Tierra Noble Blanco, Reposado Añejo? Tierra Noble's fine. It's an okay brand. I mean, it's you can get it pretty cheap now at Costco, at least for a while. I don't know if it's still there or not. It's good. I think the Añejo's over oaked. So if I do sip on the Añejo, I do it when I'm smoking a cigar, just because it's very bold oakiness to it. It's a little too oaky to use as a regular sipper for me. But I think I picked bottles up at Costco for $25.99 or something ridiculous like that. So I picked up a couple bottles, and that way, if I sit in the back and want to smoke a cigar and have some tequila, I'm not using a good extra añejo where I won't pick up the agave, subtleness on the front of it, the really nice smooth agave notes. Instead, since I know it's just going to be all solid oak flavors, I can sit and sip on that and have a cigar, and I don't have to worry about it too much. It's an okay brand. It's nothing phenomenal. I mean, if you can find it for a good price, pick it up. But I think there's better out there if you don't mind spending the money on it. What is your favorite carried at Costco brand of tequila? It depends on what Costco you go to. Up in Northern California, it's like a gold mine. If you guys ever visit like Concord or Danville or up in that area up there in the Bay Area, they're Costco's. They have good stuff. I picked up the Arete Artesanal Suave for $49.99, which normally is like $69.99. So I got it for $20 cheaper. And I bought like 4 bottles of it just to stock up when I drove home. And then I also got Don Pilar there for $22.99 for the Añejo, which is amazing price. So I definitely would say Don Pilar is good. As far as the standard affair at Costco, not a huge fan of any of them. If you want to pick up something or have to pick up something, pick up their Añejo for $20. I mean, it's not bad. It's got additives in it, and it's a little on the sweet side, but they're not saying it's a ultra premium tequila and charging you $100 for it. So for $20, why not enjoy it, but just know it does have additives. It's a little on the sweet side. So keep that in mind when you buy it. I'm also on a Costco budget. Oh, nice. Well, there's the $20 Añejos is if you don't want to spend money on a nicer, and you don't have to spend a whole, people have this impression that, oh, well, in order to get a good tequila, I have to spend a lot of money. That's not true. I just did that buy where I did the video for Sangre Alteña for $24.95. You get the Blanco or the Repo, or that's $24.25. I think it was the price. You can get the Blanco and the Repo are both $24.25, and the Añejo is $34.95, I think. And all 3 of them are good, really good. And I really like the Añejo. The Añejo is solid, especially for that price. It's easily, if it was a normal tequila, you'd probably find it for $60, $70 for the Añejo. And there's a price increase that's happening now, but I'm still trying to get down to whether they're still going to offer the standard line on that, or if it's going to be the new bottling is going to be the old standard line with a higher price. So I'm still trying to find that out, and I'm hoping to have an answer for you guys on that soon. Where does a lactic smell come from? How would you develop from? How would that develop? Well, if it has a lactic smell, it could come from the fermentation, because it can develop a lactic smell if it's got something funky going on in the fermentation, or if it's got bacteria in the bottle where the bottle hasn't been cleaned. It could have a lactic smell as well. But typically it would be either from a bacterial infection or from something that happens with the fermentation, during the fermentation process. But most of the time, if it's a lactic thing going on, it wouldn't happen in the main fermentation, because if they did, they'd notice it and they would stop it and dump it, then try to serve it to people. It could just be bad bottle washing if it's showing up in a tequila where you're getting a lactic smell or taste to it. I noticed a difference in flavors between batches of the same tequila, almost like different year wine vintages. Your thoughts? Exactly. Yes, absolutely. It's the nature of the beast with agave because you're getting different crops. And sometimes they'll source them from different areas, different farms, whichever ones they can get them from. So you're dealing with terroir. And so when you're dealing with terroir, just like with wines, the agave you're going to taste different, especially in blancos. You'll notice a different flavor profile. But with places like La Alteña and El Pendillo, they have different fields at different elevations. So you'll notice a difference in batches from those as well. But they're all sourcing them from the Highland. So it'll have the Highland elements to it. But you'll notice if you pick up an Ocho, and I love doing this, pick up a year Ocho Blanco and then another year Ocho, and you'll notice it tells you the field on the bottom. Pour them side by side, taste them, and you'll notice a big difference in the flavor just from the field that it came from, it wherever it was that they selected it, when it was time to harvest them and make Ocho. Ocho is a great example of that. So yeah, absolutely. It's very similar to wine. And that was the whole experiment with Ocho when they did it, was to show that the terroir makes a big difference. All right. So what brand do you feel is underrated right now? Well, Sangre Ateña definitely is underrated. I'm turning a bunch of people onto it, so it's getting more and more notice. It was pretty much non-existent before, I guess. You could only find it in Mexico, and it was imported here to the U.S., but it just kind of didn't do anything. It just kind of sat around. So I think that one's very underrated. I think some tequilas that I like that people don't talk a lot about it. I mean, I normally talk on my Tequila Talk group. I normally talk about everything I like. When I find something I like, I just can't be quiet and keep it a secret. So, but I think the Sangre Ateña is the one right now that I think is going to be, people are really going to be talking about once they get theirs and taste it and enjoy it. So many people love and shop so much at Costco. Maybe it's a good video idea to do a Costco inventory review, even if it's stuff carried where you live. No, honestly, where I live, Costco doesn't carry anything good. It's horrible. It's horrible. And I'll walk up to the beverage guy and I'll say to him, "Hey, can you stock some better tequila here? I mean, I can even help you on what kind of stuff I'd buy, and I know I can get a bunch of other people to buy stuff." And the answer I get from them
is,
well, people don't want to spend money on good tequila, so we stock the stuff that people like to buy.
And I'm like, I'm telling you, I will buy good tequila if you I will make sure I'll let people know about it, and we'll sell it.
No, I can't take that risk.
And so then we're stuck with just, Patron, Coralejo, Herradura, and stuff like that. So I would not take a camera into Costco to do a shopping trip just because it would be no, additive bomb, no, maybe. That would be my Costco shopping adventure. So I know Costco, with Northern California, if I up in Concord, I'll do one there. It'll be a short video, but it'll just be like that, yes. Everything else, no, bye, see you next time. Do you remember the worst tequila you ever drank? With me, it was Cuervo. Yeah. The worst tequila I've ever drank is actually a tie between two of them. It's El Padrino Extra Añejo and Cuervo. Comes in a little perfumey tequila bottle. It was like drinking turpentine that's gone bad. It wasn't even like drinking good turpentine. It was horrible. I poured a sip of it and I was like, oh, and some guy at Bevmo was like, oh yeah, this is great. People love it. Before I really started getting into tequila a lot. And so I bought it. I opened up a bottle, I sipped it, and I went, ah. And so I poured it out. And when I went back to the guy and I go, I swear, if I'm in this store ever again and see you recommend Cuervo to somebody, I personally am going to pull out to you and kick your personally. That was garbage. Stay away from Cuervo. Don't buy it. It was nasty. That and El Padrino Extra Neo, no goes. Those are the only two I've ever dumped out that I couldn't drink. Do you use the same glass for tequila and mezcal? Have you ever used the traditional black clay glass for mezcal? I find it really brings out mezcal notes. Yeah, I use the same glass because it works fine with mezcals. I have drank from a copita before, and I like them. It's just kind of weird having a little saucer glass, and it's like more of a, hey, look at me, like they do in Oaxaca in the old days or whatever. Normally I'm just sitting sipping, and I don't want to have to deal with a small little open copita, so I normally just use the Demerara. It's made for agave, so it's mezcals as well as tequilas. But if I want to be, traditional and stuff, sometimes, if I have friends over or whatever, and we want to do it like they do in Mexico, we'll pull copitas out, and we'll do it with copitas and orange slices and bug salt, worm salt, or crickets. We do the whole thing. I've done it. I've had just watching my wife and daughter try the roasted crickets one time was kind of funny. But yeah, I just use this because it's easy, it's simple, and I don't have to worry about holding a small copita and trying to sip from that. Share some inside baseball. Have some of these brands brought some payola your way for favorable reviews? No, I don't get paid for anything, any of this stuff. Nope, not at all. I don't make any. The only way I make money is if you guys buy super chats here, and for you guys watching the reviews and stuff on YouTube. Otherwise, I don't. And I tell you can ask any brand that contacted me when sometimes they'll send me free tequila to do samples. But I always let them know you can send me a sample, but you're going to get an unbiased review, unbiased, honest. So, and I have one brand that's not very happy with me right now, the Pura Vida, because I said it wasn't good, and they weren't happy because they sent me the bottle. But I told them from the get-go that my reviews are honest and unbiased. So yeah, no payola, no payola for favorable reviews. I don't sell my reviews. I do everything honestly. So honest and unbiased. Ancestral tequila, is any good? What are your thoughts? Yeah, I've had the Siembra Valle Ancestral. It's good. It's similar along the lines of a mezcal, where it's got the smokiness because it's roasted. The agaves are roasted in a pit, but it's good. And if you don't like smokiness, like that you can find in a mezcal, then stay away from it. But if you don't mind it, then it's actually I actually like it. I enjoy it. It's expensive, but it's worth it. So if you're thinking about trying some, pick it up. It's good. Anything Cascaween brand is good. I haven't had anything from the brand that's bad. And we're doing a special Cascaween buy in the Tequila Barrel Collective that's not available anywhere else in the world. So make sure if you're in the collective, you keep your eyes out for that. And you'll see the information if you haven't already seen it. There's a lot of people already have. So it's going to be epic. It's going to be great. And I'm looking forward to getting that. All right. Have you tried the Villalobos Los Hombres 10-year? If so, what are your thoughts? I've been thinking about trying it. No, I have the Villalobos Blanco, and I did the Añejo and the Repo, but I haven't tried the 10-year yet. I do. It's on my list of things to try. I haven't found anything that Carlos Camarena makes that I don't like. So I'd say go for it. Try it. And then, comment back and let me know what you think. Okay. And if I can get a bottle, I have to save up my money, or if I can have super chats and stuff, I'll pick up a bottle, because all this stuff, most of the stuff that I review, I buy myself. So some brands send me stuff, but most of it I buy, and it comes out of my own money, and it's self-funded. So, here, what is this? Do you ever make Sangre de la Casa as a chaser? I've tried it in Mexico and it's delicious. No, I haven't tried it. Blood of the house, huh? No, I haven't tried it. I don't really drink tequila with a chaser. So no, I haven't. So there you go. I hope you enjoy it if you do. Hombre, you mentioned cigar smoking. Favorite brands, good tequila and good cigars go well. Actually, they do, yes. I have quite a few brands. Camacho is one that I like a lot. I like Romeo y Julieta. I like the Capulets because I'm a big fan of the Honduran wrapper. Connecticut Shade wrapper. So either from Honduran Connecticut Shade or Dominican Connecticut Shade or even Connecticut Shade. And so I've got Hoya de Monterrey Excaliburs are good. I love Patron Aniversarios. Those are really enjoyable smokes as well. I have quite a few of them. But I tend to, the Aniversarios that I get are Maduro. They're not the Connecticut Shade wrapper, but I enjoy those a lot. They're just a little on the pricey side. So yeah, I do love a good cigar. All right, what's the next one? I just bought a house and want to start a small tequila collection. What would you recommend? I'm a tequila fan. What would I recommend? How about buying tequila you like? That's what I'd recommend. So, as far as like you want to build a collection of Blancos or Repos or Añejos or a mix of everything. I always believe in starting small and going from there up. So, don't run out and buy several $100 bottles unless you know you're going to like them. So, start out with some of the less expensive stuff and pick that up and see if you like it and build your palate up on it, and then move up to some of the more expensive, brands that are out there. But you can buy a lot of good bottles for not a whole lot of money. What's up, Tequila? Hey, Ruben. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us here today. Glad you could make it. We're all having some fun answering tequila questions and talking tequila. And thank you guys again. All the guys that bought the super chats, Jason Slater, Abel, JB, Novak. You guys are awesome. Thank you again for purchasing the super chats and helping out the channel. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. All right. Is that it? Are we? Oh, what do we else have? What's on the newcomers that you recommend? Newcomer tequilas. Mi Genta's really good. I recommend that one. I really enjoyed their Blanco, and their Repo just got released. So check out Mi Genta. It's made by Ana Romera Mena. And she is really good. She's the same master distiller that made the Vulcan de Mi Tierra line. She's a really good master distiller. She did a really great job on the Mi Genta. So I recommend that one. Check that one out. What is the Hombre's 9 to 5? This is what I do right now. But I run a wedding and event DJ company. That's my normal business. But right now, because of COVID, I'm just doing tequila. So I'm making videos and trying to keep busy this way and waiting for people to get their vaccines so we can start doing weddings and corporate events and stuff like that again. But yeah, by trade, I'm a wedding and event DJ. That's my 9 to 5. So my DJ business and my wife help fund my tequila stuff. It's a hobby. It's a passion of mine. But if it does turn into something where I can get a job doing it, then great. I do make a little money from the YouTube videos and stuff, and from you guys doing super chats, which I greatly appreciate it. But everything else has been self-funded, and people in my Tequila Barrel Collective group know I don't make any money on those buys at all. I just do it because it gets us access to some really great tequila that we normally couldn't buy unless a store wanted to do it. And in some cases, we're getting stuff because people appreciate what I've been doing to help the distilleries, and they're offering a special tequila that you can't buy anyplace else, which I think is awesome. And I love it that you guys can get it, and I see you guys comment that when you do get it that you love it, and that makes me happy, so it makes me want to do it some more. So it's not about the money, my friend. It's about the tequila. Do you think Guillermo Salza will ever be able to produce an XA for the export market? I'd love to try it. it all depends, you know. I think I've answered this before when I met him and sat and talked to him about doing a barrel for the collective. He said when he fills those barrels up for the añejo, they're already sold, so he doesn't have enough time to put anything away for a long period of time to get an extra añejo going. That was when I talked to him over a year and a half ago, probably close to 2 years now. So I don't know if things have changed there. I know they built they have a big barrel room now, so I don't know if he put something aside. But even before that, when they had the extra añejo, it was only at the distillery. They didn't export it. So I guess all you can do is make wishes and pray. Maybe it'll happen. For a great flight, Blanco, Repo, Añejo Extra of different brands, what would you suggest? Oh, that's a good question, Eric. It all depends if we did a theme to the flight. Let's say we did a... Oh, God. That's a tough one. If we did, let's say a Los Altos flight, okay? For Blanco... G4 Blanco. For Repo, El Tesoro Repo. For Añejo, Siete Leguas Añejo. And for extra Añejo, Paradiso. El Tesoro Paradiso. That would be a solid lineup. That would blow people away. They'd love it. They'd be like, oh my God, Eric, it'd be like this.
Oh my God, Eric, you're such a agave god. This was fantastic. I don't know what to say.
That's what it would be like. The Mijenta is awesome. I bought some of your recommendation. It was great. Yeah, I agree. It is very good. Nice complex flavor profile on it. Easy sipper. I love it. I'm looking forward to getting the Reposado and trying that. Anna does a great job. She actually, when I did the review, she actually messaged me and said that I have a VIP invite to come and visit with her distillery. So I'm looking forward to doing that once COVID's done and I can fly out to Mexico to to visit. I'll take some pictures and maybe do an interview with Ana Romero while I'm there, and that would be really cool to do a video on the channel with that. All right, Dustin wants to know, you may have answered this earlier, but any news on the XA buy since your last email? Very excited for that buy. Oh, you're talking about the Cascanas. I just sent a note to him today trying to find out what's going on. And it looks like it's going to be a few weeks because they got the box done. They got the glasses done. So all the packaging's done. They're loading it on a pallet and it's on its way up from Mexico. So keep an eye on your email because we should be doing the pre-sale, the pre-order, so we can get the money so the retailer can pay for it since it's going to be such an expensive batch to buy. So keep an eye on your email. The link for that should be coming out soon. I'm not doing a group link thing like I did before, where instead, if you sent an email to me saying that you're interested and I put you on my list, somebody that's going to be picking up the extra añejo, I will individually email you the link to purchase your bottles, so to make sure nobody else gets in there and swipes them and keeps people that were on the list from getting what they wanted, because sometimes that happens. People share the links, and I always tell you, do not share the links because we only have a certain amount of it. Great flight. Thanks for all the expert opinions. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy them. I'm always here to answer questions for you guys. If you notice on the videos when I do reviews, you comment and you ask a question, I normally always answer you and respond, especially if you try something and say you love it. And I always say, awesome, glad you love it, and blah, blah, blah. Thanks for watching, because I really do appreciate you guys. I appreciate you coming out here and watching the Q&As, watching the happy hour with the hombres, and watching the videos. And I really, it really makes me happy to know too that you guys are learning new stuff and trying new tequilas from the smaller boutique companies and enjoying them. I really get a huge thrill out of that. So I appreciate it. Is it a sin to sip tequila cold? It's not a sin, but you could end up with the tequila police at your door saying,
"Do not ice your tequila. Do not stick it in the freezer. This is the tequila police. Do not force us to come in there and deal with you.
So just so you know, room temperature is the best. Otherwise, you may have the tequila police knocking on your door. It's like, I always like doing that.
Do not put your tequila in the freezer. This is the tequila police. This is a warning. Close the freezer door and back away.
There you go. All right, you guys, that's it. We're looking at 5 minutes after the hour, so that could put us through an hour on our Q&A session. Thank you so much for coming out here and participating and watching. I appreciate it. You guys, don't forget to watch Wednesday. We're going to have Dylan Sloan from Vago Mezcal here, and we're going to be talking about mezcals and talking about Vago Mezcals. And we're also going to be talking about a special buy that the collective is going to be doing. Again, I don't make any money on these buys, but this is going to be only available through the collective. You won't be able to find it anywhere else in the country. They did this where they would send it to where you can only get it in Texas, you can only get it in Colorado. Where I contacted them and said, well, I want something where we can send it all around the country, but it's only for Tequila Barrel Collective members. Can we do that? They said, absolutely. So they offered us this batch. It's going to be fantastic. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Dustin, you're welcome. Thanks for coming out. We'll hopefully see you next Monday. Freezer is for the bad tequila. Exactly. The ones you can't stand the drink and you want to hide the flavor. That's what you use the tequila for. Thanks for another great Q&A. Can't wait for. Yes, you're welcome, Eric. Thanks for coming by and watching. Oh, come on. You're giving me a big head. Stop it. I'm not the best. I'm just happy to be here and help you guys. All right, guys, until Wednesday, take care. And then keep an eye out for reviews. I'm doing a review tonight too. So keep an eye out for the release of new